That is important what you say, because everybody is different.
Oh, yeah.
And people are at different points in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
People are in different careers. Sometimes they don't have time. Sometimes maybe they feel like they don't have the mental intelligence and things like that. I think one of the beautiful things is the age in which investing has been brought to. You mentioned at the beginning that when you started working for the state of New Mexico, to open a brokerage account, you needed about $15,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Today, you need $0 as deposit.
Yep.
Number two, you don't even have to actively be involved in actively investing on a daily basis.
No.
You can just set it and forget it.
Yep.
So for those people who want to set it and forget it, who want to say, hey, you know what? I know the education too is important, but I might not be able to follow through the entire education right now. But is there a way I can start with something that I can set and just consistently be investing in and forget while I'm building my ability? Is that possible?
That is very, very possible, my brother. And it takes $0 to start. It takes $0 to open that brokerage account. When you get the initial coaching, you get that brokerage account set. We understanding your goal, your long, medium, and short-term perspective, we will be able to guide you towards opening and automating that portfolio, that you don't have to be there every day, every week, every month.
There is nothing more important in this time and age, like number one, getting that financial education, and number two, getting involved in the number one wealth building mechanism in America, right? And one of the challenges I see a lot, especially around people who might be immigrants in America, people who maybe came to America from a different country. There's usually a challenge from that mindset perspective of, wanting to have some quick gains very fast, wanting to do a little thing and get the most amount of profit. Can you talk about what it takes to really find that mindset switch, to be able to pivot your mindset to understand that it is a long and consistent game? Can you talk to?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've worked over my time coaching people on how to invest in the stock market. I've coached over 1,000 people as of now. And I'll tell you, I've heard numerous stories. If anybody comes to you, I'll make this very clear and tell you, give me this, I'll give you this while investing in the stock market. That is a fallacy. That's number one.
It's no guarantee.
Number two, if somebody says, give me $10,000 every week, I'll give you $1,000, I'm investing in the stock market, that's a lie. You don't have to give anybody your money to invest in the stock market. You have a phone, you create your portfolio, you put money in your brokerage, and you buy your stocks. I have been preaching about, I started buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $16,000.
Wow.
That's when I started buying. And you know how much I was...
on your Bitcoin, you can retire today.
I'm telling you.
We are sitting here on probably the most life transformational opportunity humanity has ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I don't want to get into finish your thought first or mindset. Crypto is another.
Yeah. So it comes back to what I'm trying to say here. Our people, they want quick gains. There are people that I have coached. All I tell them is consistency. But when they put in $1,000 in there over 4 or 5 months, they have made, say, $500 or $1,000 or double it. They just want to take it out. Right. But they don't understand the power of compound interest. Compound interest is the 7 wonders of the world. If you turn, anybody watching this video, guys, just go and type compound interest. I'll make it very simple. If you invest $100 today, right? The next month, you invest another $100. Get this into perspective. Your first $100 have made 10%. So right now, you have $110. You're putting in another $100. And remember, that $100, you might be buying the stock now at 95. So notwithstanding, your other $100 will take you at 210, right? You get another 10% on that. What will be that? That will be $21.
All right, $210.
Yes, that will be $21. Plus your 210, you are already at 231. How much have you put in there? $200. Continue doing that for 5, 10, 15 years. Put that, go on Google and type the investment calculator. Just put 10% return. invest $500, $200, $100 every month, whatever amount. Just see in 5, 10, 15, 20 years how much you... And when I'm saying 10%, my brother and I, we know the returns, I'm not going to... Again, returns are not guaranteed. But if you know what to do, in what market that you find yourself, it's just endless, man. It's endless.
So I'll ask you something, Eddie. And this is a question this is a thought that has been a consistent reflection in a lot of communities around immigrant people in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am sitting in America today, and I have $300,000. And my friend has told me, hey, in Ghana, in Senegal, in Nigeria, the Airbnb apartments, hot. People are building Airbnbs. They are renting it out. They are making money off it. You understanding, because I know you have real estate property both in Africa and the US. You have real estate Airbnb apartments in Africa and the US. What would you advise that person? Would you say they should invest their money they should invest their money in the stock market in the US, or they should go ahead and build a $300,000 Airbnb apartment in Cameroon, in Nigeria, in Ghana?
That is a very, very... I know. And, you guys know what? I'm going to be very, very blunt here. And this is all my perspective. So just listen to my perspective. Each and everyone, they have their perspective on this. One thing that we fail to understand is if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, whether you like it or not, give or take, you have another 30 years to stay in this country, work to get to your 60s before you say, okay, I'm retiring and going home. Within that 30 years, you know what you can do? Just from investing in S&P 500, these are the top-notch 500 companies in the US. If you just start putting some of that money in there, you will have more than 10x your investment. But take this. If you take $300,000 today and you take it to Africa, right? You put that on an investment. What is your return on investment on that $300,000? Remember, you have buried $300,000 in there. You might be making $2 million every month or $1 million every month.
That's about what, $4,000?
$4,000. It's going to take you over 20 years for you to even break even on that investment. Meanwhile, somebody that has put that money in the S&P 500, they might have 10x that money before you are even breaking even. So, but at the same time, what I tell people, diversify your portfolios. That is why I advise people, if you have, you don't necessarily need to even buy a house. You can invest in real estate investment trust.
Hey guys, in addition to all the valuable information I bring to you every week on my videos and my short videos on different platforms, especially here on YouTube, I also have a community of over 2,000 like-minded, serious and driven people who, like you, are receiving exclusively this time a newsletter once a week. And this information in the newsletter is unique, and it only goes to those people who are part of the newsletter community. So if you're interested in getting this once a week update, which includes different tips, different ideas on how to build yourself, how to generate wealth, how to make money, how to build a legacy, go ahead and click down in the link in the description and you'll be able to join our newsletter community. And when you join that community, you would realize exactly how much value that brings to you on a weekly and daily basis. Let's get back to regular programming.